children, how are you? I hope you all are doing well and studying well. So children, are you getting creative day by day? Is your knowledge about writing enhanced? So are you able to write stories and dialogues and read the comprehensions also effectively and understand them? Great. So children, now we are going to focus on writing articles. Okay, this chapter is called article writing. Okay, so hello kids, an article is written to express the views of a person on some topic, situation or policy, especially meant for newspapers or magazines. तो ये articles जो generally होते हैं वो magazines के लिए होते हैं या newspapers के लिए होते हैं. Okay, आपके school में भी they must be asking for articles from you on certain topics. Okay, so now ideas and views of different writers may differ on any topic. Everybody is free in our country and we have the freedom of speech and we have the freedom to write whatever we want to write, okay, and freely express ourselves. So because of that, what you think, your opinion may differ from the opinion of the other person. But इसका जो format होता है writing का, article written का, writing का वो same होता है. Okay, an article involves a fair degree of creativity, vocabulary, grammatical skills and a deep knowledge of the subject or topic. In order to create interest of the readers, due care should be taken to get them mentally involved in the topic by a clever use of catchy phrase, assertions, negations, interrogatory sentences, etc. Now, it involves the following. ओके इसमें भी लिखने के लिए एक सेट फॉर्मेट होता है. अगर उसको फॉलो करोगे आपका आर्टिकल जो है इट विल मेक कंप्लीट सेंस. ओके एंड इट विल फॉल इन प्लेस. ऑलराइट, नाउ first you have to have a title. Every article must have a suitable and catchy title on the top of the page. It may be of a single word or phrase. All naming words should begin with capital letters in the title. So जो भी naming words आते हैं which are unique or special or proper, they have to be in capital letters. Then you have the byline. It means the name of the writer to be written just below the title. Example, by Sushmita or XYZ, etc. Then you have the body of the article. Now the body of the article must complement the main theme. तो theme के हिसाब से होना चाहिए, title के हिसाब से. It may be in 3 to 4 well-connected paragraphs. Ideally, a paragraph should concentrate on a single point, argument and its supportive facts. No matter how many paragraphs are included, one should maintain a track of word limit. Word limit को आपको maintain करना पड़ता है. Okay, coherency must be visible in all paragraphs. Okay, so all the paragraphs should be on the same theme itself, and then they should follow each other by giving more elaborate information as it moves ahead. Then the clarity of the objective. An article should be composed in such a manner that the reader should be able to understand it and understand whether the content is to persuade, inform, awaken or encourage him. So it has to have that quality, okay, that it should actually persuade the person to understand, okay, it better. And you know, what is the purpose of writing that article? Is it to persuade someone, to support to support you? Is it to give information about something? Is it to raise an awakening amongst the masses? Or is it to encourage someone? Okay. Now the conclusion, an article should have a definite closure and may or may not include final quote or summary statement. So not necessary कि उसका आपको जो last sentence है वो conclusive हो जाए. वो it can be like, you know, an incomplete one which says that let's think further about this, you know, and then that's when people will take interest in that. Okay, now let's look at some solved examples. Write an article for your school magazine on the topic climate change using your own ideas. You can also take help of the following points. You are Amit Sharma. Human activities, burning fossil fuels, release carbon dioxide, rise in Earth's temperature, causes to rise sea level, adverse effects on precipitation, seasons, flora and fauna. Okay, now this article's title is Climate Change, by Amit Sharma. Human activities which have a significant impact on the climate are burning of fossil fuels such as coal, oil and gas, whether in homes, factories, vehicles or in any other way. Okay? Burning these fuels release carbon dioxide gas, a greenhouse gas, besides many other gases. Since the early 1800s, when people began burning large amounts of coal and oil, the amount of carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere has increased by nearly 30%. An average global temperature appears to have risen over 1 degree Celsius. So, यहाँ पे आप सारे इफेक्ट बता रहे हो कि ये क्लाइमेट चेंज क्यों हो रहा है. Okay, and how fossil fuels are one of the major contributors towards this increase of, the temperature, the increase in the temperature. Because if you see that on an average globally the temperature has increased by 1%, okay, and nearly by 30%, the carbon dioxide levels in the Earth's atmosphere have increased. This rise in temperature causes changes in the amount and pattern of rain and snow. So, जितना ज़्यादा pollution, जितने ज़्यादा heat in the air, उतना ही rain and snow gets affected. In the length of the growing season, in the frequency and severity of storms and in the sea level. So, इसमें हमें सब information मिल रही है इस article में कि fossil fuels, burning of them is one of the major reasons. Okay? Now, second one, you are a member of your school adventure club. You went for a 5 days hiking expedition. Using the following clues, write an article on the topic Adventure, a passion for today's generation. You are Udit or Urvashi of class 8A. Okay, now you have the pointers: thrill, courage, uncertainty, overwhelming experience, health benefits and memorable experience. Okay. The topic is Adventure, a passion for today's generation by Udit Kodnani. Today's generation is constantly looking for adventure in some form or the other. Adventure activities for health have become a passion and a source of excitement and thrill. Besides, it offers numerous benefits too. My strive for adventure took me on a 5-day hiking expedition to the Kangda Valley in Himachal Pradesh. I went with my friends. We hired a guide and decided to maintain safety measures while hiking. We began our journey from the foot of the mountain and went hiking up the peak. It was a difficult path with big stones, thorns and bushes, which made us uncertain of being able to reach the top. But with our dedication and courage, we passed all the obstacles. Climbing up the mountain was an overwhelming experience. I felt as if I was on the top of the world. This hiking expedition has instilled a sense of confidence in me, and my desire to look for some more adventurous activities increased. I shall never forget the thrill of this adventure. So children, you saw how this person who's written this entire article has included all these points, okay, like the thrill, courage, uncertainty, overwhelming experience, health benefits, memorable experience. At the same time, he's limited his words also. So, आप जब भी article लिखोगे, always keep these points in mind, okay, कि आपको certain points पहले ही jot down करने की मैं अपना article इन पॉइंट्स पे लिखूंगा या लिखूंगी एंड अकॉर्डिंगली उन्हीं पॉइंट्स को एनहांस करके ट्राई टू कवर अप एवरीथिंग in that short and sweet article. Alright, now be smart. Pollution from plastic bags has assumed alarming proportions. Write an article for a leading newspaper too. Highlight the problem. Describe the damage that plastic bags cause to the environment and suggest some effective and practical ways to check this pollution. So, अभी आपको ये जो आर्टिकल लिखने हैं इसमें आपको सारे पॉइंट्स कवर करने हैं. एक तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है, ओके, द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट द पोल्यूशन has increased, okay, because of the plastic bags that the people are using, okay. Second, you have to tell what is it that is happening to the environment because of the plastic bag usage, okay. तो plastic bags क्यों यूज़ नहीं करनी चाहिए और उसकी वजह से पोल्यूशन पे क्या अफेक्ट हो रहा है वो सब आपको डिटेल में एक्सप्लेन करना है. उसके बाद आपको सजेशंस देने हैं कि हाउ कैन वी फाइंड एन ऑल्टरनेटिव टू प्लास्टिक बैग. तो ऐसे आप अपने सजेशंस भी दे सकते हो और ये आर्टिकल आप भेजोगे न्यूज़पेपर एजेंसी को. क्लियर? नाउ सेकेंड, taking help from the information given below and using your own ideas, write an article on child marriage in India. 10% women marry before 18 years of age. Jharkhand and Rajasthan top the list. Lack of education, lack of political will, poverty and caste dynamics, life ruined, early pregnancy and maternal mortality problem. Swift and effective check required. Strict action. Political leaders and NGOs to create awareness. So ये सारे पॉइंट्स हैं जहाँ पे पहले तो आप बता रहे हो कि अभी भी 10% women of India उनकी शादी 18 की उम्र के पहले हो जाती है और इसमें जो टॉप कर है वो है झारखंड एंड राजस्थान स्टेट्स. इन स्टेट्स में सबसे ज़्यादा चाइल्ड मैरिज के केसेस है. ओके और इसके रीजंस भी बताने हैं, लाइक द लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन या फिर पावर्टी या ऐसे ऐसे सारे रीजंस है विच आर एक्चुअली forcing the parents to get their daughters married at an early age. Okay, now उसके बाद फिर क्या adverse effects होते हैं, because the child is still very small, they are not prepared for something called marriage. तो उसकी वजह से उनके हेल्थ के लिए is it right? No. Can they become a mother at that age? No. Is it right to make them a mother at that age? No. और जब वो mother बन जाती है, when they conceive, ओके वो जब प्रेग्नेंट हो जाती है उसके बाद ओके द बॉडी इज़ नॉट एबल टू टेक इट एंड दैट्स वाई they die also. So mortality rate has also increased because of that. So what are the swift and effective checks that need to be done? Okay, what is the strict action that needs to be taken? और कैसे हम awareness spread कर सकते through the different NGOs which are there who are working for such people and for such a cause. So you can try to give all these suggestions also at the same time talk about the main issue also. Clear? Now, write an article for a newspaper expressing your grave concern at the growing incidents of public unrest and mob violence in the country. You should refer to some recent incidents of mob violence, explain its reasons, and suggest some ways to check it. Okay, these are the riots or mob violence is generally between two group of people when they have an issue. मतलब कोई भी टॉपिक पे हो जाए, फिर वो रिलीजन के ऊपर हो जाए या फिर कोई एरिया शेयर करने के ऊपर हो जाए या कोई भी टॉपिक पे. ओके इफ दे हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड एज अ मॉब वायलेंस, कंटिन्यूसली एक दूसरे दो ग्रुप्स के बीच में या दो से ज़्यादा ग्रुप्स के बीच में लड़ाई झगड़े हो रहे, सो यू आर ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग दैट टू द नोटिस ऑफ पीपल. Okay, now write an article to be published in a children's magazine expressing your views on the campaign Beti Bachao Beti Padhao as an initiative for girl child education. Write about what the current scenario of education for girls is, why many girls fail to complete their basic education, how the government plans to deal with the problem. Clear? Do your own research before you write this article. All right, now you are perturbed to see the growing violence among school children when you find them fighting with one another. You decide to write an article to be published in a local newspaper. Write this article with the help of given visual and your own ideas. तो आपके पास पिक्चर है, यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कि स्कूल गोइंग चिल्ड्रन है, ओके, जो आपस में लड़ रहे. So what can be the reason why they fight and why is that their nature has become so violent? ओके और इनको कैसे प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं. सो नाउ यू हैव टू यूज़ योर ओन वर्ड्स हियर एंड सी टू इट कि आप ये सारे पॉइंट्स उसमें कवर करें. जैसे कि आपने देखा है कि देयर इज़ बीन वायलेंस हैपनिंग, ओके, फिर आप रीजंस बता सकते हैं, पोटेंशियल रीजंस क्या है वायलेंस के लिए, ओके, और हाउ कैन यू स्टॉप इट, हाउ कैन यू कर्ब इट. Clear? Now quickly start writing articles and practice to write as much as possible and see you will be wonderful at your job. Alright, so get going children.